guys, and welcome to another video on Sono's Life and the final Sono's Life video of 2021. Where has the year gone? Just like last year, the pandemic is still around, so not only has it been a crazy year for literally everyone, it has been a crazy time for wrestling. But of course, so many amazing things have happened this year. So, just like I did last year at the end of 2020, here is a look at a year in wrestling 2021 edition. Obviously, knowing what I watch and knowing it's New Japan, DDT and Tokyo Joshi, if you're here for AEW and WWE, you've come to the wrong place. But hopefully you will still enjoy my video looking at some of the big moments of this year, some of my favourite storylines and also my MVPs. So let's get going. So starting with New Japan. It has been a crazy year. It has been a year where some people have decided New Japan isn't for them. Some people have had literally or used every excuse in the book to complain about New Japan booking. And then there's people like me who are just happy to go along with the Funky Weapon and Toru Yano and enjoy some wrestling. This year has been phenomenal. Like, so much has happened between New Japan in Japan and then New Japan Strong in America. The company has seen so much fresh talent come out. We've seen some huge changes to titles, new guys really stepping to the forefront of the company. And honestly, like, I might just be a very positive person whenever it comes to New Japan, but I cannot find a fault in anything. We obviously started the year for New Japan with the Wrestle Kingdom shows. We had some amazing match of the year candidates literally in January. So there was Tetsuya Naito versus Kota Ibushi for the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental title. Jeff Cobb versus Shingo Takagi for the Never title. And then Kota Ibushi versus Jay White for the IC and Heavyweight title on the second night. From there, so much happened. So we basically had Jay White having a minor breakdown. Everyone thinking he was going to quit, and then he came back a month later to challenge Ishii. Kota Ibushi suddenly decided after winning both titles he is now God. And he is going to unite the titles to create the World Heavyweight title. It's been nearly a year and I'm still bitter about that. Which then led to a series of bad luck with Ibushi having to relinquish the title, we think because of injury. Then Ospreay having to relinquish the title because of actual injury confirmed. Shingo Takagi winning the title. Similarly with the junior title, Hiromu won it in an amazing match at Wrestle Kingdom. Had to relinquish it because of injury again. Just seems like these few years have not been right for Hiromu. But because of that, like the heavyweight division saw the rise of Shingo, we saw guys like Robbie Eagles, Taiji Ishimori and El Desperado get shots at titles. Three or four guys who really have been overlooked the past few years have used 2021 to cement their claim on the company and show why they deserve to be in main event situations. We've also had some very heartbreaking moments in various ways. So obviously Hiromu having another injury, that G1 final match between Ibushi and Okada which ended quickly because of Ibushi's injury. Personally, one that I will never get over, the disillusion, the breaking up of Roppongi 3K during this year's Super Junior Tag League, and the heartbreaking realisation that Sho is now in Bullet Club and in the House of Torture faction with Evil, Dick Togo and Yujiro Takahashi. Moment of silence for that. But as much as obviously that last point is linking into many people's issues with bookings with New Japan, especially when it comes to the Bullet Club, there has been so much to be positive about, and I've listed so many of them. Throughout the year, we have seen so many amazing Match of the Year candidates from both heavyweights and juniors. We saw the continuous rise of the Never division, especially the 6-man tag titles. Yes, Bullet Club have got it back again. But for almost a year, I think over a year, Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto and Tomohiro Ishii took these titles which for so long were basically meaningless pieces of metal that were fought for in like opening matches at like Wrestle Kingdom and sort of probably at the bottom of the titles in New Japan. suddenly main eventing shows. People are coming and supporting the Never Six-Man champions in the Chaos Trio. We've also seen different factions showcase what they're about. So, I said this before, so Desperado finally won the title. After years of working in New Japan, finally made it to the top of the junior division. Similarly, Dangerous Tekkers, so Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. helped, along with G.O.D. and Yoshihashi and Goto, reignite the tag division in New Japan, which for years people have complained was stale, with the same matches, the same contenders in it. And seeing all of those have really seen like guys like the factions like Suzuki can rise to the top. The originally faltering Chaos, by continuing their bond with Hontai, like mixing tag teams. So for example, we see Rocky Romero and Taguchi, the very random but amazing pairing of Tanahashi and Yano. By this, we have found ways to elevate each faction and bring something new. Likewise, we've seen new guys or upcoming guys showcase just how good they are getting. So last year, guys like Doki and Master Wato, not really on many people's radars. In particular, Master Wato had quite a bit of criticism about his wrestling style. This year, both of them have come leaps and bounds. Like Doki was wrestling against like heavyweights and putting on amazing shows. Best of Super Junior, he was holding his own. And it's like, it was a progression. It was a journey. And it's a bit like with Yo. He obviously went in Roppongi 3 when he came back from injury, wasn't doing great, the tag team split up, but has slowly been building up. This has been the year that New Japan has been building up talent. Over the years, we've seen guys go to the top quickly, but it now seems like they are giving New Japan fans a storyline. They are giving us these underdogs like Despi, Doki, Shingo, Yoshihashi, making them work for this journey, and when they get to the top, cementing that they actually deserve this chance, rather than maybe taking a new gaijin or a new Japanese wrestler and skyrocketing them to the top. It was one of the reasons why I loved Jay's ascension to the top. He came back, started with the US title, worked his way to IC and then heavyweight. New Japan this year has, once again in a very tough time for many people, has been a shining light. And I feel like people are always going to complain about wrestling. Certain media outlets, certain fans will probably have nothing but complaints about booking in New Japan. And even me, as like a huge New Japan fan, does see the tiredness and the agitation when you see matches including Evil, Sho and Yujiro, always including Dick Togo or a wrench or a turnbuckle. But sometimes you've got to think that you can't please everyone with everything. And by focusing on the negatives, you're not going to enjoy wrestling. You've got to focus on the good things. I was watching a Road to Wrestle Kingdom show a few days ago, and when Taguchi brought his Christmas underwear out. But this year, New Japan has given us amazing matches. We've got reigns from Shingo Takagi, Dangerous Tekkers. Like, there is something for everyone. If you don't like tag team wrestling, watch Super Junior. If you don't like the junior heavyweights, watch the heavyweight division, or Never, or New Japan Strong. Don't tell me that New Japan has gone down, because the only way you could say that is by telling me that there have been no amazing moments. And like I said, there have been bucket loads. Now, I've gone on for New Japan for about 8-9 minutes now, but there are other wrestling companies I've watched. This year, once again, I told you last year, I started dabbling in Tokyo Joshi and DDT. This year was no different. This year, it was like I was watching that pretty much as consistently as I've been watching New Japan. And those promotions aren't for aren't for everyone. If you don't like comedy wrestling, if you're very much a fan of Japanese strong style, you might want to stop here and like just enjoy the New Japan content. But this year, these two promotions have done amazing, both separately, together, and also DDT in conjunction with Pro Wrestling Noah. Some of my standout matches this year, or moments, I guess you could say. Rika at Wrestle Princess on January 4th won the title back, and I think she's an amazing wrestler. It wasn't the best reign, but for her to have that moment, I think was so important. And we've also had some other amazing champions. So the current champion, Miya Yamashita. I don't know if everyone knows this, but I love her so much. She is amazing. She's had some amazing matches, both as a singles wrestler for the Princess of Princess Championship, but also tagging with the cutest wrestler in the world, Maki Ito. Maki Ito's had some amazing tag matches with Chris Brooks. I mean, coming up next year, I think in a few days, she's going to be wrestling with Suzuki and Chris Brooks on a show. Because of obviously the pandemic, the International Princess Championship in Tokyo Joshi has not had as much meaning. But with Hikari Noa holding it, she has basically turned it into like the most hardcore title ever. Like, she's one of my favourite wrestlers. I think she is amazing. She's also had some very good like extreme matches with other wrestlers from like DDT. Hyper Misawa had this crazy one with Shunma a few days ago and it was mental. In the world of DDT Pro Wrestling, it has been just as crazy. We've had matches on baseball pitches. Shunma's had too many extreme matches where blood has been everywhere, but like actually I enjoyed it. We did unfortunately see the disbandment or the breaking up of Damnation, which was surprising to me because I thought if any faction's going to break up, it was going to be like Disaster Box. We saw the emergence of the 37 Kamina, so that is Shunma, Mao, Ueno and Takeshita. They obviously were fighting for the tag team champions as well. Takeshita's obviously the DDT champion right now. And they have, once again, unlike Joshi, managed to balance these very comedic. Obviously there are certain things that maybe won't be your kind of thing, like I've not been watching DNO matches this last few months because they're a bit creepy. But with this comedy and this lightheartedness that comes with very story-based matches, there have been some amazing bouts. So within the tournaments, within the big pay-per-views, and I think if you want something lighthearted, if you want something that is worlds away from New Japan or worlds away from Noah, AEW and WWE, have a try with DDT and Tokyo Joshi. Once again, there are places like Stardom who are very much like Japanese strong style women companies, but Tokyo Joshi is something different. It's lighthearted, it's singing, it's dancing and it's colourful. Yeah, so that is basically everything that's happened this year. I feel like I missed out so many things. But 2021 has been a great year for wrestling. So my MVPs of the year, it's always going to be Jay White. Like, I've not been watching as much of his stuff, sorry Jay, because he's on Strong and I've not had much time. But this year he has had some amazing matches, both in America and in Japan, while holding the Never title, while trying to prove why he's still one of the best. Yoshihashi has proven that years of work have finally paid off as he's not only held, well, he's not got it now, but he not only held the Never titles for so long, but recently won World Tag League with Hiroki Goto. My boy Doki. Last year he got 2 wins of Super Junior Tag League, this year he got 3. This year he has been wrestling against heavyweights, proving just how good he is. Tanahashi, once again, like, my guy is he's getting to the age where he could probably join the 3rd generation club, but he is still fit and fighting. Shingo Takagi. I feel like I've not spoken enough about Shingo Takagi, and I'm going to say why now. He is probably my MVP of the entire year. Like, from the G1, New Japan Cup, holding this heavyweight title, he not only broke the curse, but has proven why he is the perfect representative for New Japan. And after years of working so hard, I am so glad he's finally getting his chance. Fingers crossed he'll carry on holding it after Wrestle Kingdom. But he has proven that you can be a true hybrid athlete. You don't need to be a good guy or a bad guy to be a personality, and that's what Shingo is. Other people in other promotions, I've said Miya Yamashita, Maki Ito, Young Lion, technically in Tokyo Joshi, Aris Endo, in DDT, so Konosuke Takeshita, Ueno, Takao Soma has really been doing huge things since Damnation is split up, showcasing his personality. And I feel like the list is endless, but I'm going to stop because I could probably talk all night long about it. But it shows that, you know what, 2021 might have been just as shit as 2020. People might have had grievances about wrestling, but it has been an amazing year. And 2022 is going to be just as amazing. We've got Wrestle Kingdom coming up. their joint show with Noah. DDT have got their annual New Year's show. And yeah, if you need a break from life, there's nothing better than wrestling. And once again, it has proven to be the perfect form of escapism for everyone. So I hope you enjoyed my video today. Like I said, it will be the last video of 2021. But with Wrestle Kingdom coming up soon, you won't have to wait too long for my preview. So, you know it by now. As always, make sure to like this video, comment if you've got any views. What were your favourite moments of the year, your standout matches, your MVPs? Let me know on social media at wrestling_chat. Remember in December to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next year. Bye!